I'm Cyclone. This is my website definitiveguide.com, a place where you can find all my build strategies and my layout guides. And today we're taking a look at Act 6 specifically. Just a quick recap, so far we've looked at Act 1 to Act 5, at my run with my thoughts on the zones, my way of looking at them, my way of reading them, and how I progress through the zones. So you have, on my side, you have all these zones with their reads. You also have an overview here, where you can look at zone to zone, what you want to do there. Optional things like going to Tidal Island for a build quest, all these small things. So let's head in-game and take a look at the optimized pathing a little bit more visualized. We're starting at Lionized Watch. I like to go to Coast. From Coast I go to Mudflats. From Mudflats I go to Karori Fortress. I will kill Tukohama. And then I go to Ridge, where I take the waypoint on Ridge directly at the start, back to Coast, do Tidal Island. Now I place a portal, which places me in Lionized Watch close to Twilight Strand. And now I clear Twilight Strand. This pathing allows me to be more or less optimized. After we kill Tukohama Ridge, Lily will be placed at the former position of Nessa, so she is next to the other NPCs. So we talk to her once at the beginning of the zone, then we can go to Hideout Craft and we just continue running. And then she's up there, so when we finish with Twilight, it's easier to walk to her and get our 2 regret points and be able to buy older skill gems at level 1 from her. We don't need to do Tidal Island, we can also just portal here. If you have a good build, you can skip Tidal Island part. Tidal Island we do for a rare build, but this pathing is the most optimized start pathing. As far as I know, it's the Tai pathing, but I don't know from where Tai has it. Once we're done with the initial rotation, we go to Ridge Waypoint, we do Ridge, we do Prison, we do Shavronnes Tower, we go to Prisoner's Gate, we go to Western, in Prisoner's Gate, we kill Aberrath, then we go to Western Forest, then we go to Wetlands, Riverways, then we go to Wetlands, we kill Rislasa, now we lock, sending us back to town, we grab our passive points, we grab the rare helmet and all our other rewards, then we go back to the waypoint, and we finish the run by going to Southern Forest, Cavern of Anger, the beacon, we do the beacon, and we go to the Bright King's Reef. Then let's take a look at the actual run. At this point, we are 5 acts in, we are in the second part. It's pretty straightforward what we're doing. It's at 2 times speed. Here you see me talk to Lily. This is so that I get the actual notification of when I killed all enemies in Twilight Strand. Here we are in the rerun of Coast. All the rules of Coast still apply, so let me set my settings high again. So here you see the handgun. And because you see the handgun, I check, can I walk past this? I can walk past this, so this is the handgun, this is the gun walk past. We go to Mudflats. Mudflats got a lot more simplified. We just need to move to the other side of the zone. If we spawn at the bottom, we move top right. If we spawn at the right, we move here. We see Nessa. Below Nessa is always the Dishonored Queen, at which point we can then move towards the top where we find the entrance to the Karori Fortress. This is a circle zone. It's basically a static layout. Just stick to the right side, walk till you find Tukohama's Keep, pull Tukohama, and move past. This is a really fast paced. It's not much complicated stuff here. I'm not gonna go into great detail how to read this zone. We just walk east till we find the gate. We go out the opposite side and we walk east again till we find the ridge start. Oh, the ridge entrance. Here we enter ridge, we waypoint. I do need a build upgrade, so I go for Tidal Island. Tidal Island again, just like Act 1. We take the left side, we walk. If we see a ledge, we turn around. If we don't see a ledge, and of course the ledges we take. Here's Twilight Strand, we need to full clear for the Lily quest. It is Again, just to reverse one of Twilight Strand. We just clear the first part, we try to be thorough. At some point we get to the choke point. This is here, where we got the support gem in Act 1. Then we clear the rest of the half. This point is really just zooming through the zone as fast as possible. And just clear. Keep on level. There you see the monsters remaining. This is because I talked to Lily. If I wouldn't have talked to Lily, I wouldn't have seen the monsters remaining. Unlucky death. Kill him. And now Lily is placed here and not at the boat, meaning we can talk to Lily, we can talk to Besto, we can talk to Torkly, and then we can go to the waypoint and leave. Here we can access to all the gems we didn't have access to before. For example, on my Armageddon Cremation run, I now get access to Anger and Haste. Can buy the last Golem I didn't have the currency before. Get my belt. I can also now do my resistance crafts. This is a really great point to do them, either when you initially enter the act or now when you see what the build gives you. Get the resistance crafts with transmutes. They all need on a suffix. And now we're on Rich. So Rich, I have a detailed way of explanation for it, but real quick. Either when you enter, the waypoint is either left or right of you. It's always in a dead end, so in this case the dead end is right, and there's the waypoint, so we go left, we go up until we can go right. And then we go right till we hit the edge, and then we go up. And the other one is just mirrored. So you see me here, move up. When I can go right, I go right. And then I go the straight path. I don't check up here and I don't check below here. Don't need to go in these of those two directions, because here, when we do see these, where are they? There, these wooden pillars and this unique enemy, we know we are on the direct path. So we just walk past until I see that the zone curves, and this point it curves, so I'm just moving north now until I find the prison entrance, which again is indicated by these wheels. Lower Prison has a couple of layouts in Act 6. They are fairly easy to notice once you know what the indicators are. So either we see the exit here, in which case we have a loop layout. I don't see the exit here. Then I look at this wall. If we see the trial here, we know the trial is here and the exit is back here. And if we have no indicators, then we just follow the zone, as the trial is at the end of the zone and the exit is on one part, or both the trial and the exit is at the end of the zone. So here's the trial, and the split off was here in this direction. So later I return and I head there to find the exit to Shavronnes Tower. So we need to backtrack here a bit, and then we go to Shavronnes Tower. It's not a complicated zone as there are so many dead ends, but it's more of a, you just need to know what the identifiers are, and then it's a very simple zone. Shavronnes Tower is a little bit more tricky. Let me quickly explain how we look at Shavronnes Tower. So the first part is always this loop. Afterwards, we usually want to go into this direction. When we have the entrance here, when you have the entrance there, we want to go into this direction. And we want to keep this for, I think, 4 layers. Plus the boss layer. So we're just going. We find it. We are now moving south. We take the next curve right. And then we move north. And we find it again. And we keep following the zone. There's one very specific variant that sometimes spawns, where you have an entrance here, and when you go up, you can go here and exit there, but the zone also continues like this. Or sometimes it's very rarely like this and the zone continues this way. It's very rare, and usually it's easy to spot the zone really doesn't want you to go in that direction, even though the minimap lets you go in that direction. And it's kind of hard to explain if you don't have it, but when you have it, it's kind of easy to notice, at least in my experience. We kill the boss. I don't log here, I just grab the crafting recipe and I continue in the zone. Again, just a reenactment of Act 1, just that we run it slightly different. We look for the ledge. When we have the ledge, we go there. Abreth is on the upper part, so we check here. If he is not here, we check here. Don't go in the lower layer of the zone. So when you're here, don't go down here. Always stay on the top upper part, and there you find the Abreth entrance. And we kill Abreth. And after Abreth, we just walk through the exit that we unlocked in Act 2. It's now open, so we don't need to go all the way through the ship graveyard, because that one is flooded. So we return back to the road. And we just move to the exit, Western Forest. So Western Forest, it's just follow the road. The road leads all the way through. We don't need to do anything in this zone. Weaver's Chamber is overrun. Alira's campment is abandoned. We just need to get through this zone. In Riverways, again, it's just a reverse one of the part 1 variant. We run through the zone till the waypoint, and then we go to Wetlands. It's just follow the road and dash across the broken bridges with your Frostblink, with your Blink Arrow, with your Leap Slam, with your Flame Dash, with your... Not dash doesn't work, with your Smoke Mine. When you see the waypoint, we follow the Pebble Path or Cobblestone Path to Wetlands. So Wetlands is slightly different than before. We don't know where, but at any point in the edge of this zone, we're gonna be finding the entrance to the Birthing Chamber or Birthing Pod, or however the zone was called, the Boss Arena Forest Last is called. We don't know where it is, and there is not a clear indicator as far as I've seen. So in this run, I actually got the Giga Rare right exit. The waypoint, the broken waypoint, which would have led us to Wall Ruins, is here. That was in this corner. So the waypoint wasn't a proper indicator, but sometimes it's here and the boss is here. I have not found a consistent indicator for when it's on the right side, so you always go left, and then we just walk along the wall, and if we don't see it, just continue walking till you find it. It's gonna be somewhere. Here we kill the 3 things, and then we kill Wislatha, the Puppet Mistress. Now we can log, we go to town, we get our passive points. And we can continue. Again, we follow the road till the end of it, and at the end we head south to find the Southern Forest entrance. Southern Forest is a series of islands. Sometimes we see the edge of the second island. From the edge of the first island, we can dash across with things like Blink Arrow and Lightning Warp, or Leap Slam, if it's a closer gap. So we're trying to here, we try to get across. And once we see this wall, once we see that wall, let me... Here. This zone is gonna be something like, here's the wall, then it opens, then it will continue like this. So we ignore the first opening, we don't go there, and we just continue heading south until we see the wall again, and then we follow along the wall. So you see, I'm not going north, I'm just continuing southeast until I see the waypoint or I see the wall again, and then I head there for the Cavern of Anger entrance. Cavern of Anger, real quick how you look at this zone. We are looking for one specific room, and it's either to the east or to the north. This is the room. This room is where we want to go. If you don't see this room, you're walking into a dead end. If you have this room at the south, we just, or here, we just stick to this direction. We stick to the bottom edge of the zone, and as we move east. If you have this here, this staircase is either facing left or right. The direction it faces is the direction the exit is gonna be. So if it's left, After you walk through the tunnel, you're gonna turn left once it opens, and if it faces right, you walk up and then you turn right. That's the best way to explain the zone. This is all the secrets to this. You just need to find this room, and then you know where the exit is gonna be. So you see me sticking to the right edge until I see this bridge variant, and then I know that I can find the beacon exit. Beacon is really just it's a massive zone actually, it's really big. And we just need to walk north, we need to look for the beach, we walk along the beach till we find the big ramp, this one. We see it at the stone edges. Then we move north and we grab recipe and do the protect the payload or whatever it is called nowadays. Just move the pillar to this exit. I like to have a safety portal here, you can see it here. And if you have any skill you can pre-place, I always place it on the road as enemies spawn along the road, like the seahorses that throw bubbles at you or blue flames. The statues, just pre-place your damage if you can, so you just have the enemies easier killed. Is also really great for XP catch-up as long as you are in XP range. Again, the sweet spot is the zone level minus your, or plus minus, your character level divided by 16 plus 3. So in this case, saying I like 45, this would mean I can be 5 levels under the zone. Brine King's Reef, it's a fairly simplistic zone. First we need to check this wall. If the zone doesn't continue here, we go into the east variant. It's very easy to spot that, and it's a rare variant, so we only need to quickly check for it, and then we head south. And then depending on this position thing, this flag, is it on? It is. Let me find a cleaner moment here. You see the shrine to the Brine King here. It's indicated by the book icon on the minimap. When you see this thing early, then we are trying to stick to the wall, and the moment we can, we go north, and the exit is northeast. If it's later into the zone, like here, then the exit is at the south, in the south corner. So if you see it like just 1 or 2 screens away from the waypoint, that's the early flag. And if it's like here, 2-3 screens away, it's the late one, and we see it later on. So just yesterday in the practice one, I heard here that you don't want to actually interrupt the dialogue. If you open your passive tree, the dialogue pauses, and apparently the game pauses a bit longer. I have no certified proof of that. I just heard it. And this is already a long dialogue, so I'd rather not do anything here. So just don't open your passive tree on Brine King. Only do some inventory management and inventory sorting out. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have like 7 to 10, I think, lightning calls before it's targetable again. That's how I roughly calculate it. Here, do your Pantheon check. And that has been the act. Again, just like before, I appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully it was informative. If you got any questions, as usual, please ask. I will be available on Discord, Twitch during a live stream, on YouTube. And what's being said, have a lovely day, and I'll be seeing you in my next video or next live stream. Goodbye.